neighborhood called Murrieta Heights. It's home to a violent street gang that calls themselves the Treys. They claim that they're insane. Many of the surrounding businesses and residents of the nearby apartments frequently call and make complaints to their local police department about young hoodlums hanging around their stores, loitering, intimidating them, causing damage to their stores, gunshots echoing through the area late at night, and mass reports of vandalism. The Insanes are a multi-racial gang located in Murrieta Heights, San Andreas. Since its creation, Murrieta has attracted residents across racial and ethnic lines. Because of the lack of racial stigma, which dictated who could live where in the city, the neighborhood, which lies east of the LS River, became a landing spot for newcomers. In the late 90s, Murrieta and was a community in distress, which meant growing up there meant living in constant stress and fear. Overhearing gunshots and police helicopters was a routine. Day and night, the streets were overrun with gangbangers and drug dealers. Residents worried about getting caught in gang crossfire or finding dead bodies in the alleys and corners. By the early 2000s, Murrieta had the highest concentration of Hispanic street gangs in Los Santos. They made up the predominant number in the area, but due to the past wars and migration of different cultures into the Heights, many other minority groups existed as well. And the Bad Apples also took part in the gang culture that surrounded the area. IMP, which stands for Insane Murrieta Posse, originally started off as a group of delinquents and taggers from the area that operated inside the schools and on the streets on a low level. An older Cherno gang by the name of Mesa Side Evils bullied and attacked the small group to break them apart because they were mixed race. But IMP refused to submit to them and was underestimated as being just taggers. They fought hard and gave the Evils a lot of trouble. After plenty of beatings and robberies, they punked the Hispanic kids out of the crew and had them indoctrinated into the Evils gang. The rest of the kids refused to bow down to them and began fighting back, but were met with even more extreme levels of violence. After multiple failed attempts at bullying the crew into fading out, they grew tired and decided to murder one of their prominent writers. The death echoed through the group of hoodlums, and it was the final straw on the camel's back. After this murder, all hell broke loose, and the youngsters completely jumped into the fray, acting out as full-fledged gang members and taking on the older Vario. From there, they refused to accept any other Hispanic youths that wished to join their ranks, and often funked it hard with Evil's gang for years to come. Back then, there was a smaller crew, an IMP called NST Non-Stop Tagging, that the Evils gang forced into submission. Most of their members joined up with the Evils except for one member, a black guy from NST, was rejected by the Evils because they didn't want any blacks in their hood. The black guy dropped out and joined IMP, who embraced him with open arms.
Hey, Swan, let me hear that shit.